Thing was too good, 99.01. He won 11 of the 17 legs to win by 3-1. Impressive stuff from Gilding. He's through to the last 32. Paul Nicholson alongside me, and Dobie maybe just guilty of one too many misses.
Yeah, I think Andrew was definitely the better player tonight. I think even Chris has to admit that. On the stage at the end, he was extremely magnanimous. Spending quite a lot of time with Andrew, just saying, do you understand just how well you played there? You were the better man tonight. Chris will go home for Christmas and spend it with his kids and his family. And I suppose we have to say that Premier League darts is out of his reach now. That's unfortunate because he's outside of the top 10 in the world. Unless there's a massive change in format, I don't see Chris gracing Thursday nights next season. But it's still been a really good season for Chris. 3 wins on the circuit. And tonight, he was clinging on. I mean, with that 167, you just thought that that was the turning point. But unfortunately, it wasn't, and Gilding was just too strong and getting too many chances.
Yeah, Gilding is safely through. Impressive performance from Andrew Gilding, as we mentioned. He's through to take on the winner, Luke Woodhouse and Max Hopp, who will meet tomorrow afternoon. Another double session of darts tomorrow. Gets underway. Ryan Joyce, Christoph Ratajski, Joe Cullen, Mensah Suljovic, Luke Woodhouse against Max Hopp, and Rob Cross against Ian White. Tomorrow night it's Schindler against Barry, Price against Plaisir, Littler against David Davis, and Damon Heta against Stefan Belmont. So some cracking ties to come tomorrow as the action continues from the second round. One more game to come tonight. That will see the Indian qualifier, the history-making Nitin Kumar. He beat Richard Vainter in round 1. He'll take on Stephen Bunting, the bullet who had to battle past Sebastian Białowieski, having been dominant for 2 sets, then rather fell off a cliff his form, but he managed to dig his way out at the end.
Some people might be thinking that your phrase there of falling off a cliff was a little bit harsh, but it's so true. After 2 sets, he was cruising. He might as well have put his feet up and just said, right, give me a 3rd set. But darts doesn't work that way. You've got to work to the end, and Białowieski took advantage, and he was ahead in the last set by 2 legs to 1. And the next thing you know, Stephen's having to grasp every single fibre that he could from that game, and he managed to just get over the line. It was the first tiebreaker of the tournament. We've had 2 since then, but boy, was that a close call for the number 4 seed. And he'll be on watch tonight. He'll have been watching from downstairs in the practice room as the number 8 seed was eliminated. That's a warning for the number 4 seed for sure. Yeah,
what does Kumar have to do then tonight? I mean, he was outstanding against Vainter, and it was a game that was built on his finishing. As we said, 75%, best of the round was outstanding. He's going to have to be there tonight, but is his scoring going to give him enough chances?
It doesn't seem so. His best average of the season, ironically, was against Bunting in their only meeting in their careers, but that was a loss. When he plays better players, we know that Kumar can step up a little bit, but does he have enough in the locker to pose questions for one of the most experienced players in the world in Stephen, who has been one of the best players over the last 2 to 3 years? I think this game is won in the scoring stakes. I think Stephen will close Nitin out because he will get more 180s, and I believe he'll get more shots at double, and I do not see him stumbling tonight. I think he's had his scare in the early stages of this tournament, but let's say that Kumar does step up the scoring. He's going to have to finish as well as he did in the first game again. He's not going to be afforded many misses at double at all. I think he's got to be 60% plus tonight, minimum.
Yeah, well, the winner of this one will take on James the Hillbilly Hurrell, who wrapped up a spot in the last 32. Some post-Christmas starts for Hurrell for the first time as well. So it's been a good tournament for him, and he'll fancy that he can go toe-to-toe with either Bunting or certainly with Nitin Kumar.
He will now. When you've just had the best performance of your career in that stage, if you're Neil Zonneveld, if you're James Hurrell, if you're Andrew Gilding now, I mean, what's been going on today with personal best performances? Must be something about Saturdays at the Palace. But they've all had personal best performances in a World Championship. So is there any reason why James Hurrell can't get through towards New Year? Not anymore, because in his own mind he's thinking, give me who's next and I'll fancy taking them out.
Yeah, will indeed. So it is Andrew Gilding is through. I mentioned in round 3 he'll take on either Luke Woodhouse or Max Hopp. In the same bit of the draws, Going Price, Wesley Plezier and Ryan Joyce. We'll see all 3 of those in action tomorrow. Stephen Bunting or Nitin Kumar will play James Hurrell. Ryan Serlowait's the winner of Schindler and Barry will meet tomorrow night. Johnny Clayton will take on Neil Zonneveld in the 3rd round, and Andreas Harrison will take on Ricardo Pietrezco. A wide open bit of the draw, and one that Bunting, as a top-ranked seed in that quarter, will fancy he can make his way through.
He will fancy it, but in the lead-up to this tournament, there were people trying to pick apart why he wasn't going to do it. Because he wasn't brilliant at the Players, he wasn't brilliant at the Grand Slam, and after much mulling, we all thought that maybe after such an incredibly long season with Premier League, with World Series, with European Tour successes, and indeed the Pro Tour, which he played plenty of, he might have just hit the wall in November. And people thought maybe when he came to the Worlds that he was going to be on vapour. Well, it just goes to show that with a few days off, a little bit of recharging, he can bite back, because that first performance, it was gritty, it was hard-working, and it was typically Bunting. You stick him in a tight spot, mentally, he's just as good as anybody on the planet. Tonight, I don't think it's about that. I think he needs to dominate and needs to send a message to the field. He's done it before. Tonight, I expect him to do it again.
Yeah, well, we will find out who will prevail here. It is the final game, just the 3 of them tonight. And it has still been a pretty lively old night. We've seen some good wins already for the likes today of Hurrell. He was impressive earlier on. Neil Zonneveld was outstanding in the opening game tonight. And then we've just seen Andrew Gilding. Really, really good performance. 99.01. He is through to the last 32. Looking ahead to the action then, we've just seen Stephen Bunting been doing a little feature with his young fella, Nitin Kumar. I thought he'd give a really great interview when we spoke to him on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. You can still look that up. You can like and subscribe as well while you're there. Talk really honestly and emotionally about what he hopes this will do for darts in India. You know, hopes it'll be a springboard for people to see darts as potentially a way to make money. If we can get a country like India on the go, given their population, then this could be really exciting.
Oh, absolutely. Every nation that has popped over the last 20 years, they've all had that one player that has set the path. If you think South Africa was Devon Peterson, think again. It was Vinan Havenga at the Circus Tavern when he beat Peter Manley. People in South Africa said, hang on a minute. Then we had Charles Losper. And we had Warwick Sheffer. And then we had Devon Peterson and plenty of others like Cameron Carolison. You think about China, you think about Zhong Zhao Chen, and he hasn't won, but he's still doing great things for China. The Japanese are making waves wherever they go at the minute. But if I may take a juggernaut in world darts in Australia, it wasn't me back in 2009 making the quarters here. It was Simon Whitlock the following year. When he made the final, the effect that he had on that, it was profound. You probably wouldn't have Damon Heta and Kyle Anderson and all the others without Whitlock, because when he made the final, all of a sudden darts was live in Australia. It wasn't watching the World Championship in July with a 6-month delay anymore. It was live. These kind of effects, especially in nations like India, like the United States, huge countries around the world, these are profound changes that the PDC want to happen, but you need these figureheads. If you don't have them, you don't get the effect. Nitin Kumar is only starting what could be an incredible journey with India over the next decade or two.
He is indeed. Can Nitin Kumar go back-to-back at the Palace and make it through to round 3? It'll be a big old price to beat the Bullet tonight, but it was a big price to beat Richard Veenstra in round 1. Right, the action about to get underway. I can see that John McDonnell has made his way onto the stage as well. It's the final game of the night, the opening day of action here in the second round of the PDC World Darts Championship. What do you think's going through Nitin Kumar's mind quickly now?
Start the music. That's all I'd be thinking up there. Start that music. Because when it goes, it will pop. This is going to be epic. I've been looking forward to this walk-on all day long. This is not about Bunting's walk-on. That's going to be good. You know it is. But this one is just quintessential, and we can't wait for it.
We can't. We're about to see two of the best walk-ons in the game. There might not have been too many people would have heard of Nitin Kumar and his walk-on prior to this, but he is going for it tonight. Seeing him, he's been getting some messages from loved ones and stars from his homeland as well. It's
well imagine, Mark, if he does beat Bunting tonight, who's the biggest person who could send him a message? Is it Virat Kohli or Sachin Tendulkar? Surely.
Yeah, well, that'll be a conundrum we'll be happy to try and solve should it happen. Right, we are ready to go. Game 3 of the night, live on the talkSPORT YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the action. This is the second round of the Paddy Power World Dance Championship, brought to you by the PDC. Coming to you live on Sky Sports from the Alexandra Palace, London. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands joining us live and the millions joining us around the world, it's time to meet the players. From India, taking part in his 5th World Championship, the first Indian to ever win at the Alexandra Palace. The Indian World Cup star, ladies and gentlemen, the Bengal Tiger, Nitin Kumar! Winner of 10 PDC titles worldwide, a lakeside champion, the winner of the Masters, a 2-time World Championship semi-finalist. Time to meet the Bullet, Stephen
kiss and a cuddle for family and some pretty showbiz friends for Stephen Bunting, one of the big names in world darts. He sits in the top 4. Will he be bulletproof tonight, or can Nitin Kumar cause one of the almighty shots? Bunting serenades the Palace, they serenade him back. Great nights at the darts and a great matchup. Bunting had a scare in round 1. Will he be better for that? Match hardened against the man he beat earlier in the year in Bahrain. But from Bahrain to North London, the stakes are somewhat higher here tonight for Bunting as he looks to make it through to round 3. But he's got a man determined to make history standing in his way, Nitin Kumar. And the walk-ons didn't disappoint tonight. Bullet applauds the crowd, a warm embrace for his opponent. Both of similar height and stature, actually, and both looking to hit some big numbers to go through to round 3.
Yeah, people tend to forget that Nitin Kumar's a big lad. Good height for a fast bowler. He's a rather good dart player, and he's proved it in this tournament. This place is going off right now. We're getting a second rendition. But in the words of Michael van Gerwen during this tournament, walk-ons do not make you a better player. Good darts do. But this is an entertainment sport, isn't it? And there's not one person sitting down right now. What a walk-on that was. That's right up there with Willie O'Connor. from last night, and you said that was rather remarkable, Mark.
That was amazing to be sat in the middle of that. It really was spine-tingling stuff. I think it's going through the roof at the minute, the walk-on game at the Palace. They really are going through the gears, and now we're set for the darts. Bunting against Kumar, the third of the games tonight. The crowd still lapping up the Bullet and Kumar. Kumar's been up there several minutes now, just waiting to have a practice as he waits for Bunting to go through his routine. Bunting, the 40-year-old from St Helens, ranked 4 in the world. Been to the semi-finals, of course, here before. Former Lakeside champion. And a 10-time PDC title winner. With a few of those coming in this very calendar year. It's been a successful 12 months, but the success will be determined by what he does with this man. 40-year-old Nitin Kumar, the man from India, who's a grand price to win the tournament. An unbelievable price. And as one of our colleagues in the media says, on any day, any outcome is possible. It's going to take something special. I think we all know that. Bullet will have to underperform and Kumar significantly overperform, but you never know. We didn't give him much chance against Vaser in round 1, and he came up with a record percentage in the first round of 75%.
Yeah, he was the best finisher in round 1. He might have to be the best finisher in round 2 to get through this one. But he's more likely to win this game tonight than he was at the start of the tournament, because he will have confidence that he's never had before. Can he use it? England versus India is usually reserved for cricket. And in those stakes, it's usually quite even. Kumar's off to a good start. 140 for the big man, with the Royal Bengal on the back of the white shirt and the big ponytail. Bunting, number 4 seed. If he can retain that at the end of the tournament or improve it, he'll be back in the Premier League next year.
Yeah, he will. We'll be hoping that that will be the case, of course. He's on 301. Race to 3 sets, 3 legs to win a set, and a little bit of an indifferent visit. 41. Second up from Kumar, who knows he needs to be better than that. 301, 320.
Seeing the tiger on the back of Kumar's shirt looks like it's been in the gym. It's got bigger lats than Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I think now you mention it. Well, he's in the red bit here, Kumar. Can't follow it in. 140 though, gets him down to 180. Bunting's only 258, so if he can get a leg on the board early, Kumar, and ask the question, and who knows where we'll go tonight.
I'll tell you how he keeps these lot quiet. Hit doubles. But first you've got to get there. 180 left for Kumar. Another 140 would be lovely. Not going to get it. 2 single 20s. But does get a 60 off the back of that visit to leave 80. Bunting with 118 to hold in this first leg of the contest.
Hits the treble. 18 for Tops. Ooh, just gets the 18. But Tops is right in the middle. And an early warning from Bunting that he's not messing about tonight.
That's the kind of stuff we saw from him at the start of the Białowieski game in round 1. Like you asked me, Mark, what's the biggest danger in this match? It is that Kumar might not catch Stephen. He's got this likelihood of big scores with these 18-gram darts that, funnily enough, used to be 12 grams. It's not often you see someone who adds 50% of weight to their barrel to improve. But Stephen did, and boy, has he improved.
And it's quite remarkable, the change that it's brought in him as a player. He's become a serial winner now. And he would love to go deep in this competition. As Paul said, it brings benefits for him as well, further down the line. In terms of ranking, in terms of opportunities in the Premier League. Kumar here is throwing all right. He's down to 164 after 9, 341 Bunting.
He's already got 3 140s in the first couple of legs. This is the kind of scoring he's going to need. But he's got plenty of time in this second leg. Stephen all the way back on 282, so Kumar does not have to take out the 164. Staying up top, 60 trimmed off. The only thing that will worry Kumar is if Bunting finds the first maximum of the match.
Yeah, certainly will. And here he is in the red bit, working his way left to right. Not quite. 140 though is good enough for now. Kumar 104 for an opening leg. He's high in the single 20. He'll try for the treble. He can't find it. So Bunting will get a pop at the 142. Oh, that's a great last start from Kumar to leave double 8. Got a 118 in the opening leg. Can he go 142 here?
If he gets the 60, he will stay there. He does get it. Plenty of room for another. Just over the top. He actually moved that first dart and propped it up. Threw it a little bit too hard. But he does leave 52. Kumar on 16. Just on the outside. He doesn't miss many. Told you he doesn't miss many. And there's a nice little wink there from Kumar. Knitting it together very nicely there. One leg all in the first set. Now 2 has been the number this year for Stephen Bunting, because he won 2 World Series titles, one in Bahrain with a beautiful trophy, one of the best in the sport. He won the Nordic Darts Masters in Copenhagen as well. He won 2 Players' Championship events and 2 European Tour events. He hadn't even won on the European Tour until 2025, but he, like Nathan Aspinall, has figured it out.
Yeah, certainly has. Breakthrough year, certainly on the European Tour for both Bunting and Aspinall. 261 Bunting on throw. Kumar at the hockey from 401. He's struggling for a big treble and comes up with 57.
Not the end of the world. I like the thinking from Kumar there, leaving 344 instead of 342. At least he can leave a finish. But Bunting's already there. He's setting out his stall here, averaging over 100 in the first 2.5 legs. He's got 1-2-1 left. Kumar way back.
95.
Good last start again. 95 leaves 249. Stephen can start on the bullseye with this 1-2-1.
Yeah, oh, he's hit the ball right on the edge of it. And for treble 13, couldn't find it, but he'll be back for tops. So Kumar a mile away here. Looks like a routine hold for the bullet.
Nitin has played in the PDC World Cup for years. He's played in Bahrain. He's played all over the world, but this is the thick end of the stick. Bunting on tops after 12, still has it. He's high. He's getting higher when it comes to joy, because he's 2-1 up in the first set. This is a measured, excellent performance from Stephen so far. And what you're going to see from him, if he needs it, is a heightening of celebrations throughout the match. He will not go big at the start. He'll be quite tepid. But if he needs to find energy, he knows where to find it. 2-1 up in the first set, looking good.
Yeah, he is. Kumar just had a dart bounce away from the board. It wasn't a bounce out, it was more a block dart. Kumar back in the red bit. Was 60 behind prior to this visit. Single 20 and then no cover. Just as he did on his first app here, he's sweating up quite a lot, Nitin Kumar. I'm not sure his big mop of long hair will help him when it comes to that side of the game.
Didn't do Simon Whitlock any harm in 2010 when he made the final. But he didn't win that final against Philip Douglas-Taylor. In fact, in that final in 2010, the second biggest finish to win this championship of 131. It's only been bettered once since then, and that's by Rob Cross against Taylor in 2018, the year that Darts on the Radio was born.
Well, we're on talkSPORT 2 right now. Leeds United 3-0 up over Crystal Palace. Leaders Arsenal are 1 up at Everton, live on talkSPORT. If you've got the app, you can swipe between all the live sport we've got for you. And if you're watching on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel, then thank you. Please get involved in the comments, like and subscribe. 246 for Kumar, but Bunting against the throw is going to be first to a finish. 207 less these. 40 scored. And a lovely last start, floated over the opening 2 to get him down to 107.
My word, he throws those 18 grand darts very, very hard. It's like he's trying to pierce the board, throw the darts through it. The darts will collect what you give it. 107 is what he's looking to get here. From the green exclusion zone on the black hockey, he has got the green 57. The black 18, the 32 is banked. That is a 1 on the talkSPORT app and the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. It will be Stephen Bunting 1, Nitin Kumar 0.
If you love your darts, whether it's league night, the local, or dreaming of a walk-on anthem, you'll know the right gear makes all the difference. Target Darts are the brand behind Luke Littler's rise. They've been with him from the start, crafting the innovative, high-quality darts he now uses on the sport's biggest stages. And now Target have taken the home setup to another level with the Omni Auto scoring system. Instant, accurate scoring and a slick, modern way to sharpen your game. So if you want the same equipment trusted by the most electrifying and talented world darts, visit targetdarts.com and get on time.
It needs to be magic. It needs to be magic. It is magic. 180. Luke Littler gets on target.
What a day it's been here at the Alexandra Palace, day 10 of the PDC World Darts Championship. Another double session of darts. Earlier on, Ryan Searle beat Brendan Dolan by 3-0. He's safely through to face either Schindler or Barry. Andreas Harrison's dream debut continued. He too a 3-0 winner over the Japanese star Motomu Sakai. Then we saw James Hurrell make it through to the third round for the first time as he produced a great display to beat Dirk van Dijvenbode. Averaged almost 93 at 10 180s in that match as well to take it out in a deciding leg, in the deciding set, 3-2. And then Dave Chisnell, who was 2-0 down to Ricardo Pietreczko, he looked down and out. He launched an assault on the 180s, hitting 11 over a couple of sets. He got it back to 2-2. He missed double 16 for the match, Chisnell. Pietreczko made him pay, winning the last 3 legs in the tiebreaker to win it by 3-2. Then tonight, bit of an upset. Niels Zonneveld, he beat Michael Smith 3-1. He plays Johnny Clayton in round 3. Chris Dobie has become in a standing order in the last 4 of this competition, last 8 of this competition. Well, not this year. He's lost to Andrew Gilding by 3-1. Gilding averaged just short of a ton as well in that one. Impressive performance. And Stephen Bunting, the Bullet, a former world semi-finalist, he's taken a good step forward here in his game with Nitin Kumar. Leads by a 1-0 in a race to 3. We've got a busy day coming up for you tomorrow. All 8 games are live across the talkSPORT network. We start Ryan Joyce, Christoph Ratajski, Joe Cullen, Mensah Suljovic, Luke Woodhouse, Max Hopp, and Rob Cross against Ian White. And in the evening, Martin Schindler takes on Keen Barry, Geraint Price against Wesley Plaisier, Luke Littler against David Davis, Damon Heta against Stefan Beaumont, the first Swiss player ever to win here. No shortage of top quality darts, Paul Nicholson. You're chomping at the bit, I'm sure.
Oh, so much for the first game tomorrow. It's not often we say the first game of the day, but sign me up for Ratajski versus Joyce. That's my kind of game. Double 16 is going to get one hell of a beating. It's as simple as that. They both love 32. That will be the double of choice for both. My word, it's going to be fun.
Is that going to be the new start to the sports bar? Double 16, you took one hell of a beating. Has anybody seen double 8?
Has anyone seen double 16? You're going to see it plenty and hear it plenty on the talkSPORT app and the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel tomorrow afternoon from 12:30. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it certainly is. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for the conclusion of this game. Bunting averaging 99.25, 75% on the doubles. Kumar only had one chance. It came in the second leg. He hit double 8 with his second dart in hand. Lost the opening set by 3-1. Race to 3 then for a place in the last 32 and post-Christmas darts. Don't forget, every single dart live on the talkSPORT app and on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Don't need to go anywhere else to listen to the greatest tournament on earth. It is the PDC World Darts Championship. Mark Wilson, Paul Nicholson, producer Matt with you for the rest of the night. Bunting 1, Kumar 0.
What Stephen has done so well in that first set is show what it's like to be Richard Veenstra, because what Stephen did on the doubles is exactly what Kumar did to the Dutchman in the previous round by being 75%. If he keeps that up, because I do believe that Stephen will get enough chances, this game may not be that long. Kumar has to believe that he can get enough chances. He only got 2 darts a double in that first set. He's going to need more than that if he stands a chance.
Yeah, he is. It was an efficient job from Bunting. No nonsense, no messing about. A couple of ton-plus checkouts either end of the set to bookend it. But it's advantage Kumar. Leg 1 of set 2. He's in the red bit looking for a maximum. Oh, another bounce out. That was wicked.
That was one of those looks that the dart players give to the camera that may be clipped up and used as one of those GIFs on social media, just to make Nitin feel even worse.
81.
Oh, Stephen doesn't make him pay with only 81 there. That is a bit of a strange leg so far for the number 4 seed. He's on 3-3-9 after 9, and Kumar's making hay while the sun is not shining.
Yeah. Might not be shining, but it's getting pretty warm in our commentary box. I've just noticed that. It's getting a bit sneakily warm again.
That's because about 3,500 people are dancing outside it.
Yes, that may have something to do with it.
140.
Kumar then, 140 for an opening leg. Just above the wire, you heard the click of the wire. That's how close he was. Steady turn leaves tops, and he'll be back for set double. On the back of Bunting's effort at 2-3-9.
He's way more likely to win this game, the Indian, if he goes to 1-1. If he's 2-0 down, I just can't see it. But then again, we said the same against Białowieski. Tops for Kumar. 6th visit of the leg. Will try and work his way down from that high shot. Second dart is close at the tops. The third one is further away, and this was the shot that Dave Chisnell missed to win against Pietreczko this afternoon. 1-4-3.
Bunting eyeing up the target. Treble 20, treble 17, double 16. It sounds pretty straightforward, but it's far from it. Can't get the first treble. Comes down for cover, doesn't find it. Only 59. So Kumar then with a second visit to finish tops. Underneath it. 2 10s inside it. Already missed more darts in this match so far than he missed in the entire match in round 1. And he misses double 5, and the pressure, you can feel it starting to grow on Nitin Kumar.
It is, and he was looking at his hand there as if to say, this doesn't feel good. This will feel even worse if Stephen takes 84. Big 20, small 14, bullseye.
59.
25 is not good enough to win the leg. But 5 would be for Kumar, who is one of those strange cats that uses the little finger on his grip. Sometimes it doesn't work, and he's bust 5 points by hitting the 18. This is a freebie for Bunting, and it is for a break of throw.
It is. G just gets the single number. It's 8 right in the bottom corner. 2 4s.
17.
Wow. Does anybody want to win leg 1 of set 2?
5.
Now this single one shrinks. When you've missed it once, the second time, it really does shrink a little bit, but he's got it. Double 2 for Kumar. This will be his last chance. He's missed it low, and he's trying to create an angle here by going to the right of the oche. It's the right thing to do. He just can't find a double at the minute, and the darts are slipping out of his hand.
8.
Yeah, he is sweating profusely at the moment. Bunting double 4. He's down at double 2. And this time Bunting is on target. Well, that could be a very costly run of darts for Nitin Kumar. 8 goes he had to win that leg, and 8 times he came up dry.
This is a really bad sign for the Indian winner from round 1. This is an even worse sign. Bunting with a maximum, the first of the game. The crowd have waited until leg 6 of the contest to raise their signs. And if you think just because Stephen Bunting is a big lad that the heat is going to bother him, I'll tell you why it won't. Because back in 2019 at the Czech Darts Open, which is largely renowned as the hottest tournament that's ever been planned by the PDC, in Central Europe, Jamie Hughes won the tournament against Bunting in the final. It was measured at 66 degrees Celsius on the stage, and we always laugh that that is the hottest tournament since the sun came around 4.5 billion years ago. True story. It was 66 degrees on the stage, and he was one of the people who could handle it. He doesn't mind the heat, and he's winning Bahrain.
Yeah, he did. We'll be going back to Bahrain, you would imagine, part of the World Series in January.
Defending champion, he wants to keep the trophy. 100% he's there. I'd be shocked if he wasn't.
If he's not in the Premier League, he might not get to go. It was a Premier League out that went last year, wasn't it?
Still think he's going. And I think he's going to be in the Premier League as well. Because he's had a wonderful season. He deserves to be
even
there.
if he's not in the top 4.
I think he'll be in the top 5 by the end of the tournament, minimum.
100.
And he will be in next year's Premier League. I will hang my hat on that gladly.
Yeah, all that talk will get building up now. 138 for Bunting, leads a set to nil, a leg to nil. 254 for Kumar, who doesn't look to be enjoying the experience quite as much as he did the other night. Single 19, single 17. That leaves 102. Less 60. Nice last start from the Bullet.
The famous words of Jerry Maguire, nobody said winning was cheap. Well, I'm going to rephrase that. Nobody said winning was easy, especially against one of the best in the world. Kumar is not playing well tonight, unfortunately. And Bunting is 42 away from a 2-0 lead in the second set. He won the first one by 3 legs to 1. He's now 2-0 up. That 42 was clean. Single 10, double 16, move on. Looking to win this set by 3 legs to 0.
Yeah, this is bordering on a bit of a demolition job. It looked a mismatch on paper. And the big question was always going to be for Nitin, how could he back up what he did the other night? Because the emotion of it must have been so draining for him, and to get up and have to go again, he was, in his own heart, he must have been worried he wouldn't be able to replicate that, and he's not been able to thus far.
128.
In some cases, playing your second game of the tournament is easier because you've been up there, you've sampled the atmosphere. But trust me, that game against Veenstra, the atmosphere was good.
57.
It wasn't this. It wasn't this hot. It wasn't this loud. He played in the afternoon. This is Saturday night. This is prime time. This is what it's all about. You want to be best in the world?
140.
Got to be able to do it up there on a night like this.
Certainly have. Looking like it's going to be 2 sets to 0. Just looking at Bunting, average tonight 50% on the doubles, average for the tournament 50% on the doubles. That level, he's a threat in this competition.
Indeed, and he's not being pushed tonight, so we can't judge his 89 average. He's just doing what he needs to. This is an efficient job on the treble 19. He's got all 3. And that's what Kumar needs to do from 303, which he has left here in leg 3 of set 2. Bunting 62. Go on, Nitin, get all 3. 133, but it might not give him a shot to stay in the set.
62 then, treble 10, not found, 15, so it'll be 15 again for double 16.
30.
And a set dart comes and goes.
Now Nitin gets his chance to join the Big Fish clan. No treble 20 to start, and his look all of a sudden is becoming quite full-on.
He's looking at his hands constantly. I think the darts are slipping out of his hand. I can't see his table. He's gone for a drink of water, but he's not. Doesn't look like he's got a towel. As the Bullet takes out the.
It needs to be magic. It needs to be magic. It is magic. 180. Luke Lickler gets on target.
The Alexandra Palace, Stephen Bunting, 2 sets to 0 over the Indian Nitin Kumar. Race to 3 for a place in the last 32 for both these two players. Final game of the night. It's been an epic day of darts. We've had it all live on the talkSPORT app and on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe if you're over there right now. We're just waiting to see whether Bunting can complete the job and take up a third round tie against James Hurrell. Got some big names in action over the next few days. Who are you looking forward to seeing, Paul, over the next coming days, pre-Christmas? I know you love your pre-Christmas darts.
I really do. Probably more than most people. I can't remember Christmas without it, quite frankly. I've mentioned to you in the previous break that Joyce versus Ratajski really does get my motor running. Maybe not for everyone, but I like a double 16 derby. I am really keen to see Joe Cullen against Sulevic tomorrow. I think that's a fantastic test for Joe to see where he is right now. Rob Cross, loads of question marks, answered some in round 1. I expect him to beat Ian White tomorrow. But Littler's playing Sunday night. What's not to like? David Davies, who won the Champion of Champions in the summer. He's done loads of things with a Welsh shirt on this year. He's been a fabulous amateur player for the last 2 seasons. But now, after winning in round 1, he's got Littler on a Sunday night at the Worlds. I mean, talk about all your Christmases coming at once. That really is a Roy of the Rovers story for David Davies. He's under no pressure. That is going to be something else. What an experience for him, but I really do expect Littler to prevail. And then we're going to end tomorrow night with Heta against Belmont. Belmont's already had his big moment against Barneveld, and the pressure will firmly be on Damon Heta, who will expect to get through against the Swiss.
Yeah, he will. But if Belmont plays like he did against Barney, that could be anything moving forward. We've got Nyman against Clemens on Tuesday. Monday, sorry, my bad. I don't even know what day it is. James Wade against Ricky Evans. That could be a cracker. Jan van Veen, Alan Suter, Humphreys Lim. Rolling back the years.
If I may do this, because I'll probably do it lots. Humphreys Lim 2. It's the sequel. And we've had to wait 5 years for the second one. Oh, it's like Terminator all over again.
It is. It is. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Paul Limmer was outstanding in round 1, and Luke Humphreys not so bad himself. And then we round off on the 23rd, Tuesday. Likes of Johnny Tartine actually against Ryan Meikle. One of those is going to be in the last 32. Jermaine Watamina against Scott Williams could be good if Williams can play like he did in round 1. I thought he was one of the standout performers so far.
Indeed. I think we're breaking with tradition this year. I think a lot of people are shaken by the fact that Ricky Evans is not getting the last game before Christmas this year. He's got the last game of the afternoon on Monday the 22nd of December against James Wade. The honour this year of being the last game before Crimbo, that falls to Joe Cometo of Australia and Josh Rock. So we'll be rocking around the clock at Christmas with Josh.
I think you're ready for a day off, Nicholson.
No, I'm not.
No, not
I'm
yet.
not leaving.
Maybe on January the 4th.
I'm like the guy from Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not leaving.
Yeah. Right, Nitin Kumar, now or never, on the big stage. 2-0 down to Bunting. 1 out of 10 on his doubles, but that's a little bit deceptive because all 8 of the darts he missed in set 2 were in the opening leg of the set, so he only actually had 1 chance to win, or 1 leg to win, if you like. Bunting has been efficient. I think for Nitin, the end of the night can't come soon enough, if I'm brutally honest.
If I were him right now, I'd take one very big deep breath, have a look around, see where you have put yourself here tonight. Don't concentrate too much on what Stephen is doing. Concentrate on what you are doing. You got yourself here. What kind of moment can you create for yourself? He's still looking at his hands. He just can't seem to figure out why his darts are flying too high.
Yeah, no problems for the Bullet. Max for him is second of the match. He's also had a 171 as well. He's potentially 3 legs away from round 3. He keeps patting his chest and waving at the crowd. He's trying to keep them involved, and they're responding, to be fair. They've barely stopped singing his now. I must admit, I thought the support might have been more with Kumar tonight, but it's not been, has it?
Yeah, that's very true. I expected a bigger reaction from his walk-on, but it turns out Mr. Popular, the people's champion, as he's called himself, seems to be right, doesn't he? They might carry him to New Year darts and potentially to the 3rd, where he's never been before. 85 left. That's a small 2. Has to go to the 17s now. Gets 3 of them. Double 16. He's 2 away from victory. Nitin Kumar has not had a 140 since leg 2 of this game. That's why he's in this predicament. Stephen is cruising to victory with a 92 average. He can do this all day long in his sleep. And when you consider his seasonal average is closer to 100, this is too easy.
Yeah, certainly is. Bunting, can he take charge of this second leg? He'll want to get it done now, not messing around. We'll have an interview for him going up shortly after.
140.
Finished in the Premier League, Leeds 4, Crystal Palace 1. What a game at Allen Road tonight.
People in Leeds are going to be jumping for joy with 3 points in their back pocket.
100.
That's a ton in the back pocket of Kumar. Gets him 20 ahead of Bunting, who started this leg with a 140. He's looking for another one, but this time he has to switch after a low dart. Looks good.
96.
419s is decent to lead 265.
Yeah, it is. Kumar right in the middle of the red bit. Can he take home some more Ali Pali memories with him?
140.
Can't quite find a max. And he's down to 201. He's given himself a chance in this leg. Bunting 64 behind at the hockey now. He's in the green bit, 57. And again, looking for a second 171 of the match. Not quite, but just over half his score with that 133 visit.
We did have a 132 a little bit earlier on today, didn't we? And it was rather sweet. I wonder if we're going to get another one.
100.
He has to go for it. Kumar's on 101.
Yeah. Well, bull will be the target, and what happens on dart 1 will determine where we go from there. The Bullet looking for the bull. And it's the green bit, so there'll be treble 19 found. Now he needs the bull for the 132, and the champagne shot right in the middle. Oh, the Bullet bang on target. Kumar's shoulders slump as the Bullet makes him pay. Another impressive out from Stephen Bunting, who's now 1 away from the match.
That is just like Hurrell from earlier. My word. It's not the same way for 132, but it is a big 132 checkout to set up the champagne on ice moment. Getting it in potentially the second to last leg of the contest.
85.
Looks like Kumar is all punched out. Even if he does lose this leg in the match, his legacy is not tarnished at all.
If you would have offered him a win on the stage and then
58.
lose every leg of the second game, he would have said, yeah, I'll take that. I want to win on that stage, and he's done it now. So when he comes next time, when he qualifies, should he qualify, then he knows what it takes to win, and that makes him a more dangerous opponent here. Look, he's out. Is he out of his depth? Yeah, he is at the moment. He's playing one of the best players on the darting planet, and Bunting has played okay.
You've got to dive in the pool to see if he sink or swim. In this tournament, he's been swimming. But at this point in time, Stephen Bunting is just a little bit too good. Too big a hurdle to get over. 246 away.
140.
Another 140 for Kumar. He's got a couple in this set. He's playing a little bit better, but so is Bunting. That's the problem.
Well, he is, but Bunting's over 100 points behind. This is on the Bunting throw. 97 keeps Bunting in it, and I guess his hope will be that Kumar can't take the chances. 142, treble 20, right hit in the middle. Going to stay there? Oh, he did, and it wasn't a million miles away, so he's handy.
86.
Could have been handier, but he's handy.
49.
He leaves himself on 56 as Kumar. Bunting has got 149 to finish it and to win in legs by 9 legs to 1 and 3 sets to 0. First dart is too low, so if Kumar takes 56 out, let's see how much of this crowd wants him to get back into it.
Well, they'll want it to go on as long as it can. Single 20 hit, double 18. He's looking nervously at his hands, hoping the sweat's not going to cause an issue. Double 18, just inside. Double 9 for the leg. And more missed darts. It's not been his night tonight, and just feels the harder he's going to try, the more difficult it may become.
2 18s for Bull for Bunting to win this match. There's one of them. There's a double 18. There is not a double 16 at the end. That's the first match dart missed, and Kumar survives for now. He's on 9.
He looks a rather forlorn figure. He's dropped his dart, maybe the nerves just getting the better of him. He's not been whitewashed. He won the second leg of the match. Now they're chanting for him at the Palace. They want him to get this. Single 1 hit. Takes a step back. Double 4 for a second leg of the match. Just a fraction outside the target. And that one is in. A puff of the cheeks. It's been a tough night, but smiles from proud family and friends. Anything he gets here is a bonus, and he's still alive, and he's got the throw here, start of the 4th leg of the 3rd set, and I think he's relieved inside, and a smile finally crosses his face, probably for the first time since the walk-on tonight.
Don't know what he's doing to Stephen, apologising for winning the leg. I'm sure it can't be that simple. He can't be apologising for staying in the match and staying on the stage. You want to be up there as long as possible. Well, maybe Stephen doesn't. He wants to get this match finished off.
81.
That was a nice kill from Kumar. Or should we say that was cool from Kumar. 45 start for him. This is better. Visit 2 in the 60. Needs to power one through for a 140, and that's exactly what he does. Is he starting to figure this out a little bit too late, we wonder?
Yeah, he's at the point of no return now, is he? So he's nearly out of it. Maybe just freeing up the arm, maybe just playing with a little bit, not say careless attitude. Of course he cares, but if he misses, so be it. He's going to lose the match, but he might hit, and he's got a chance here. 316 plays 377.
He's in Białowieski country right now. Sebastian against Bunting was 2 sets to 0 down, and somehow got himself to 2 sets all. It's not out of the question. That's set play. Things can turn quickly.
They can, but will the bullet allow that to happen? 140, but he's still in arrears. 216 plays 237. Kumar's got 2 visits minimum from here. Got to find 2 trebles, you feel. Doesn't find one with darts 1 or 2, all 3. 58, he's on a finish, but it's a big one.
Stephen has had 3 ton plus checkouts in this contest, including that wonderful 132. Kumar, to stay in the match, is going to have to take out 158 by the looks of it, because that 140 from Bunting gets him to a 2-darter of 97. Kumar is an Indian darting hero, but even he can't take out 158 to save the match. Bunting will get his second opportunity to end this.
97 for the match then for the bullet to set up a tie with a hillbilly James Hurrell in round 3. Post-Christmas, treble 19 was the target. Single 19 he's hit. He's done what he had to do, and he's done it reasonably well.
Yeah, he has done it reasonably well. There's a lot to like about that performance because he was under pressure against them. I love what Stephen's doing right now. He gets it. He understands, and with dignity, because there's no shame in losing to the number 4 seed by 3 sets to 0. But Stephen's story is not finished in this tournament.
No, it's not. Neil Zonneveld through earlier on. He will face Johnny Clayton, having beaten Michael Smith, the former world champion, by 3 sets to 1. Chris Dobie's form has been outstanding at the World Championship, but he was dumped out tonight by an impressive Andrew Gilding, who won by 3 sets to 1. And we've just seen the bullet, Stephen Bunting, beat Nitin Kumar by 3 sets to 0. We've got a double header tomorrow. We're back live 12:30 talkSPORT 2 and on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel What have we got coming up tomorrow? We start off with, I think this could be a heck of a game. Ryan Joyce against Krzysztof Ratajski. Joe Cullen, so good in round one, takes on Mensah Suljovic. Luke Woodhouse against Max Hopp. It could be a cracker. And Rob Cross against Ian White will round off the afternoon. And tomorrow night, Schindler against Barry, Price against Plaisir, Littler against Davies, and Heta against Belmont. Paul Nicholson, that is a great slate of 8 games tomorrow night.
Yeah, 3 more days of darts before everybody takes a breather. So make sure you join us on the talkSPORT network over the course of tomorrow. Sundays and sport go together like cream cheese frosting and a carrot cake. You just want to be part of it. If you can't be at the venue, be with us in the commentary box on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Get your comments in and join us for what will be an incredible double day, because Sundays never disappoint, and when Littler's involved, you've just got to be part of the darting party.
You do indeed. The world champion will be in the building tomorrow. We'll see you back here at 12:30 tomorrow night. Might be looking at the new world champion as well. Stephen Bunting is safely through to round 3. Ends Nitin Kumar's world championship hopes. The bullet's through. We'll hear from him on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel very, very shortly indeed. But Bunting is through. He's into the last 32. We'll see you back here at the Palace, 12:30 tomorrow on talkSPORT 2.